So one of the funniest and most interesting God of War theories that I've heard so far is that Kratos is in fact the World Serpent. As always with these videos, there will most likely be spoilers, so if you've not yet finished the game and you don't want the story spoiled, please click away now. So it's no secret that the World Serpent and the rest of Loki's children have caused a bunch of confusion amongst most God of War fans. With Atreus being revealed as Loki, his children would have not yet been born. The World Serpent's presence in the game is explained through the use of time travel. During a battle with Thor, it fell down the branches of Yggdrasil and was sent back in time. We're never actually directly told that Jormungand is a child of Loki or Atreus, but when Kratos and Atreus first encounter the World Serpent, it seems to already be familiar with them. Now there are quite a few things and even potential coincidences that have led people to believe that Kratos may in fact be the World Serpent sent back in time. The physical appearance of Jormungand being quite an interesting point of comparison. The colour of the World Serpent itself is something that many people may have missed, but I know firsthand when looking into Norse mythology, and Jormungand in particular, I never really came across any depictions of the serpent as being white, and it definitely does match the skin of Kratos. But if we look closer, we even see red markings on Jormungand that resemble Kratos' tattoos. What I found to be quite amusing was that we even see the World Serpent rocking a goatee, perhaps even a sly nod in the direction of old school Kratos. If we compare Kratos' eyes to the eyes of the World Serpent, they do somewhat seem familiar. Throughout the game and in official artwork, Kratos' eye colour does seem to change, but I caught several moments in the game where his eyes have an almost golden glow, very similar to what we see once again with the World Serpent. Even if we ignore the physical similarities and just put them down to coincidence, or perhaps even Santa Monica Studios attempting to create multiple points of discussion, there are still a few things that could equate to this theory being correct. What I found most interesting was at the end of the game when the panel on the wall is revealed, we see an image that most people have assumed is the prophecy of Atreus killing Kratos, but there are a few other ways we can view this. Some people have stated they believe this image means father and son being bound together in their journey. If we once again look closely, we can see Atreus is breathing something into Kratos' mouth, which does somewhat resemble the coils of a snake. Perhaps this could symbolise Atreus turning his father into the World Serpent in order to save his life, or perhaps even out of anger, we can't really tell. This may also give Santa Monica Studios another way to explain the children of Loki. Instead of them being born, they could be transformed by Atreus. If we take all of this into consideration, along with the fact that the World Serpent is quite familiar and friendly towards Atreus, it's definitely a fun theory to consider. I'm not entirely sure if I'm quite sold on the idea of Kratos becoming a giant serpent, but let me know what you guys think. Had you ever considered the similarities between the two, or do you think Kratos could in fact be someone else in the Norse pantheon? Let me know in the comments below.